Yeah, this is gonna be the assumption for today. Although to assume is to make an ass of you and me, but in these conditions, I guess minus 19, and if it's been cold for a few days, what tends to happen in these airports and northern places is that most of the time they will be treated with de-icing fluid, you know, to prevent like the formation of ice on the taxiways, on the runways. So obviously, anytime it snows, they clear it, and then they put like fluid on the runway. Sometimes it's also like a little bit of sand. It's basically the surfaces are treated, both the taxiways and the runways. And if it's that cold and it's been snowing and stuff and it's melting, we'll assume that it's wet, and we'll assume that the aircraft has been sitting all day so far, and since there was a little bit of snow in the morning, then we're gonna have to, as I said earlier, on de-ice and anti-ice the aircraft. So if the taxiways and the runway are wet, then yeah, with minus 19, we have to use engine anti-ice on the ground. So that's why I ticked the engine anti-ice tab on FS2 Crew. So, hey X3, yeah, Type 4, yeah. Actually, Type 4 is maybe in these conditions where it's dry, it's maybe not actually required, because Type 4 is basically the most powerful fluid of them all. And Type 4 will be actually if you had continuous snow or things like that. But since it's dry at the moment, it's actually not supposed to snow for the rest of the day. Yeah, we can use actually Type 2, which will clean the aircraft, maybe put a little bit of protection. But yeah, I guess in a place like Helsinki, they probably only have Type 1, which is actually just to clean. It doesn't protect anything. And then probably Type 4, because they are used to, you know, having a lot of snow and everything. So they'll have only one type of fluid. So they probably have Type 4. I'm not familiar with, you know, the kind of fluid they have, but yeah, I would assume because of where the airport is, they would have Type 4. But yeah, Type 4 is very powerful. Depending on the precipitation, it can give you a protection time of more than 1 hour, so which is more than enough. The advantage as well in a place like Helsinki is that you go and do the de-icing on a remote pad, and then you're only like 5 minutes away from the runway, so you don't actually need too much holdover time. Holdover time is basically the how long the fluid is going to protect the aircraft. So yeah, you don't need that much, since you're very close to the runway by the time you do the treatment. Yeah, that's a lot of surface to cover, indeed. Yeah, must be expensive. Must be a lot of fluid. Uh, so yeah, there's actually an interesting thing about Type 4 is that you know that normally the fluid can be diluted. So most of the time it's either 50% fluid and water, can be 75%, or it can be like 100% fluid. And actually, the mix 75% is actually more protective than 100% fluid. Don't ask me why, but with Type 4, yeah, that's what happens. 75% gives you more holdover time. Go and figure that one out. So, yeah, interesting fact. I guess maybe by diluting the fluid a tiny bit, maybe
I'm
gives
ready
it
for the checklist.
more, I don't know, fluidity, more viscosity, who knows? One of these things. Right, she's ready for the checklist. We've done the briefing. She must be set, so let's do the pre-flight checklist then. Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Flight instruments.
Heading 039, altimeter 1023.
Heading 039, altimeter 1023. Pre-flight checklist complete.
I should have. You got a laugh now. You can see here, it doesn't say anything about the APU, so the APU is off. And in real, it will be different because I think I've said that before. Even when it's cold outside, you can see where I'm going. Yeah, when it's cold outside, if you have only maybe one door opened or two, and like in this configuration today, the doors are connected to the bridges, so they're not overly exposed. In the cabin, it will still be relatively warm because all the electrics and the electronics in the cabin, all the entertainment system and everything, that produces a lot of heat. So plus then you have the passengers on board, and if you have like a full cabin, then yeah, it will get warm. But now lovely simulation. It's not too bad. I thought it would be like ambient temperature, but in the flight deck it's like 3 degrees. In first class there, at the front it's 0, 4 degrees, -2. Oh, it's freezing. It's freezing in the middle of the aircraft. So yeah, our passengers are freezing. And the cargo is freezing, so the cargo, it's, yeah. You don't need any dry ice to keep the cargo cold. It's already in freezing temperature. No, no pets today, no. Actually, I thought it was going to be -18. That's why I was going on about it, but no, the simulation didn't make it as cold as -18. I thought it would be ambient. I was going to say, gosh. So with the APU, it should pick up, obviously, the temperature. That will be de-icing with the engines running as well. So you can de-ice normally, there's 3 options really. You can de-ice on the stand before going. As said, in a place like this, if you factor in the taxi time, sometimes it can be a little bit restrictive. And then you can taxi to, well, you can de-ice at the icing pad with either the engines running or the engines shut down. Right. This one, no? Yeah, 1-3. I know, it's a fantasy Finnair 777. I know. So I guess it's not Finnair then. Push. Not gosh. Right, so if I stop on that little line, I should have the option to de-ice. Fingers crossed. Cool. Ready for the de-icing. Yeah. As if you were there. Oh shit. I don't know actually what the guy can see up from his machine thingy there. As a passenger. You've probably seen that before if you've traveled in the winter. It's not given me time to prepare the aircraft and then select the de-icing type. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So with the engines running, because you switch off the packs and the engine bleed, that's basically to avoid any de-icing fluid to go into the air conditioning system. So you cut off the packs and the bleed. And that's what they do. And they can do the tail as well, the stabilizer. Type 1 normally, if I remember, is some sort of like orange color. I don't know if we've got the color here. Oh, that's it. Done. Mind you, if it was just too clean, type 1 is enough, to be honest.
De-icing and anti-icing completed. Anti-icing code is fluid type 1. Concentration at 100%. I am disconnecting. Good day.
Okay, so APU is still off, and back switches will go back to auto. Engine bleed switches on. APU bleed switch already auto. Flaps 5. I have to do it myself. Natalia is on strike. She's been de-iced as well. Come on, Natalia. And we can do the flight controls again. It's funny because this checklist assumes that taxi the flaps up. Anyway, I have to look at that. That's why I do it as well here in the sim, to kind of refresh a little bit.
Helsinki traffic, Inner 5 Tango Bravo on right base, runway forward.
Can restart this, so anti-ice, recall. Yeah. Flight controls, we can do it again. As well. Okay. Ground equipment clear, which is very important when you de-ice on a pad like this. That's good. And before takeoff, yeah, we've got the flaps again, so that's good. Okay, we're back in the sequence. Excellent. Let's taxi to the runway. Helsinki traffic, Finnair 8 Papa November, taxiing to Zulu Tango. That's it. Natalia is ready for this. Runway entry procedure.
Check.
Put the stop bars there. That's it, stop bars are out. Ah, nicely done. Be on the approach. Yeah, and yeah, I'll have to look at that. Because the checklist there kind of assumes that you taxi with the flaps up. Anyway. This is runway 04 right. Anyway.
Approaching
That's
04.
nicely done. There's a little bit of snow on the runway. On the sides, at least on the edges.
On runway
Helsinki traffic, Finnair 5
04
Tango Bravo on
right.
10 mile final runway 4 right.
Okay. Helsinki traffic, Finnair 8 Papa November, rolling 4 right. Takeoff.
Check.
Press ref.
Thrust set. Check. $80 knots.
Hold.
Check.
V1.
Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up. Nav.
Check. 400 feet.
Press ref.
Check.
Enough speed.
Check.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! All the way up. Oh, yeah.
Climb.
Yep, that's the airport. 533 now. Yep. That is along the coast. Amazing. Very nice. Right, so we're getting a bit of an acceleration now. That's good. Flaps 1.
Checked. Speed check. Flaps 1.
Flaps up.
Speed check. Flaps up.
Transition set standard.
Standard set. Engine anti-ice selectors auto.
After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist complete.
Yeah, you heard Natalia said engine anti-ice auto. Once the flaps are up, then from the on position, which was the required setting on the ground and during the takeoff and the initial climb, and as soon as the flaps are up, then you go back to the auto position, and then the system is automatic while in the air. But I think I still have the on the YouTube channel about de-icing, anti-icing, and all that stuff. Yeah, it was not necessarily a bad idea to put 250 here, because you're climbing quite well, and then you could be accelerating here, as it's supposed to be 250, so... You know. Let's see... Oh yeah, that's the airport there. I think this morning it was showery a little bit, with the snow. Let's go to the Christmas airport. About a week late, but better late than
Flight
ever.
level 100.
Right, what's the weather in Rovaniemi?
Helsinki traffic, Finnair 5 Tango Bravo, vacated for right.
Oh, minus 29. Oh gosh. It's very cold. Very, very cold. Oh my. The weather has actually improved, because earlier on it was like foggy, you know? So at least now it's like 2,000 meters in mist. Might be able to see a little something. Seatbelt sign auto.
Seatbelt signs auto.
Thanks, Natalia. But no, electronics is funky. Nothing. Yeah. Oh, here we are. Started here, pushed back, went around the loop. Here, here. Bad. Did what we had to do. Sit out. Lying on top of Tampere, maybe? Oh yeah, Tampere is Tampere. Well, what's that? Oh yeah, you went last year. How was it? Minus 39 at night. Oh gosh. Man, I'm cold just to think about it. Gosh. In the lead up to Christmas, it must be quite nice actually, because obviously you've got the whole Christmas atmosphere, and then they set up the place probably for Christmas, and that would be nice. But yeah, man, minus 39. Today is minus 29, so that's in the middle of the day. I'm not sure if Timpinato Maximus is still here, but yeah. I think Camino replied, well known in the Eastern Hemisphere. That will do. That would have been my answer.
Helsinki traffic, Finnair 602 at 5,000 feet, join, lose 1 mic, arrival, expect on final running 1-5 in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I would like to go. I would like to see what it's like. Definitely would like to do so. Maybe one day, you never know. The kids are a little bit older, maybe they'll be a little bit better in the cold. Because now really used to the cold too much, so... Like, if you dip into the negative temperatures, might be a little bit much, but... Jeez. Outside. Finnair 777. These guys with Russian airspace not being available, they do like mega big detours, like to go to Asia or to the Far East or something like that. They have to fly huge long detours. Because if you look at a map from Helsinki, if you go, let's say like to Japan, then they would have flown over Siberia. That's the shortest way. They've got to go down like via the Middle East. Maybe they allow through China, but instead of doing this, they have to go like woo, down here and then work their way back. Huge detour for these guys. They're probably the ones who are the most penalized. Wow. If the day and night line is correct, we're just sitting on the limit up there. See what it's like. Actually, I quite like it with these colors. So we are in real time. Landing in 50 minutes. Oh yeah, it's short. Yeah, they find their way around. That's the thing, you know. Those guys, in a way, are kind of relatively clever, and they manage to find a way to go around all the sanctions. And anyway, that's the way it is. The Tampere. I think I flew in there before. Tampere. Tampere. That's the shortcut Camino, indeed. But I don't think he's here anymore. Timpina, what was the name? Timpinator Maximus. Yeah, you actually here on the Finnair aircraft usually quite high. I know, like on the 350 and on the 787, because they are efficient aircraft, they can cruise relatively high, but very often you hear them at like 40,000, 41,000 feet, which kind of means that, yeah, even if it's towards the end of the flight, for example, it's still relatively high, which means that they are light, so they're probably not doing very well. I would assume, once again, but yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I'm not sure how much longer it would take to fly, let's say, from Helsinki to Tokyo, but I'm sure it's a big detour. They probably clock in another at least 2 hours to do that big detour to the south. Oh well, up there it's clear. It's good to see that the temperatures up there are that cold, because we're talking about climate change and the temperatures warming up and stuff. But it's nice to see that at least in the winter it's that cold up there. The temperatures were just below freezing, or there were maybe 1 or 2 degrees. That would be very concerning. Oh yeah, golden. I guess maybe in the summer it's a different matter. I mean, I know like in the south of France the other day for Christmas actually, it was 21 or 22 degrees, which is it's a little
1,000
bit
feet to level off.
unusual for this time of year, but EFHK. Oh well, if we've got 2,000 meters. Oh wow, 12 degrees and it should be -5. Holy. Yeah, that's a big difference. Gosh. That's it, level 360. Happy days. Oh, now Rovaniemi is in the dark. Holy. You know, I'm not a big fan of flying in the dark, but right, so from Nipix, fly level 100. Okay, what's the transition? 5,000 euros. So Nipix fly level 100, then we go to Mippo, then to Eknom, then to Pekip. Here we'll reduce the speed a little bit further. Let's say 2.5, it works out. Because it's maximum 240, so you can reduce it. And after Vekip, go to Nipak, and here we'll make it 180 or 180. Okay, 25, 2500, then 2400 down to Insar, then through the CI. Where's the CI? I know it's before. Okay. Somewhere. Oh. At the aircraft is 146. Good. Okay, so the FMC is good, and we're gonna change here to radio. Gonna set 146. So for Cat 2 approach, you actually set whatever it's showing on the chart, and that's, I think, due to the there's any station on the runway. A Cat 2 is usually 100 feet and 300 meters. Yeah, that's Santa's airport. A little bit late, but better late than never. And down we go already. Then runway 21. Either we roll to the end, or otherwise maybe I can make Bravo. Auto brakes 3. Yeah, we'll see out. 3,000 meters is long enough. And then the green there is for 777s and the likes. It's not painted green here on this section of Tango, but I will assume we can use Tango here as well. Otherwise you'll have to do turn at the end. I'm not sure why this section, maybe it's because of... Otherwise we go to brakes 4. Right to the gate Bravo. Okay. So Nipix 1 Charlie all the way down, transitioning on the RNAV there. Then joining the Cat 2 ILS from Ekip and NIPAC and Inter. 146 for the minima, 300 meters, which by the time we get there, maybe it's gonna be the case. Runway up. Try to make Bravo. Then I think got gate 7 and 8 ready. Drop taxi. That's the plan. Hey, Wistab! How are you doing? Happy New Year. It's for crew. Six, 4 APU. It's wet. Once again, we'll assume that the runway is clean. Freezing fog minus 30. Oh man, that must like stick to your skin. It's so cold. Decent checklist.
Stand by.
I've not set the VRF, donkey.
Descent checklist. Recall. Checked. Notes.
Checked. Checked.
Auto brake level 4. Landing data.
Set and checked.
VREF 0, 0, 0. Minimums 1, 4, 6 feet. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist complete.
Yeah, that's why Natalia is saying VRF 0, 0, 0. It's no VRF. Right. Gonna land 16.8 on 4231. That's it. I'm in business now. The Belgium pilot, how are you doing? Bonne année. Happy 2024. Yeah, it's the opposite of tropical humidity, yeah. It's polar humidity. Ah, must be awful. Imagine you've got like, that would give you like frostbite and the likes, huh? That would like, the humidity will stick to your skin and then freeze. Ah. Hey guys! I like that. Seatbelt sign on.
Seatbelt signs coming on.
I'm sorry to do not to land for the first landing of the year, but the visibility is marginal. Excuses. Looking for excuses. Alright, let's keep the descent going. We're going towards the darkness. Oh, there's a little bit of water on there. Oh yeah, just a tiny bit, yeah. We are plunging or diving towards the darkness there. Gosh. The Belgian army arrives. No problemo. So it's that cold that I don't even know what the cold weather corrections would be. It's probably quite a lot, but anyway, I don't think it matters in the simulation here. When it's that cold, when it's like below zero actually, then you need to start applying what they call cold weather corrections because the altimeter overreads, so it tells you that you're on altitude. Let's say it tells you you're at 2,000 feet. Actually, you're at, let's say, 1,800 or something in reality. So it places you like lower. So for terrain clearance, it can be an issue. So you have to increase your altitudes to be on the safe side of things. But in this simulation here, it doesn't really matter because it's not that advanced. So, but with minus 30, you would have to apply quite a bit of correction actually. So both for the platform altitude, let's say on the ILS approach, and for the altitudes on the arrival. Not so much flight level 100 because it's okay, but those altitudes there, 2,500, 2,500, that may need to be corrected. And then if you were flying like a Cat 1 or RNAV approach, the minima would have to be corrected as well. Since we're flying a Cat 2 approach and it's based on the radio altimeter, then the radio altimeter is not subject to the cold weather. So that's a good question. The Belgian pilot. That's a very good question. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I was actually thinking of uninstalling MSFS. Although you might think, oh gosh, here he goes. Because I'm running out of space on this PC. And I've got MSFS, which I believe probably takes a little bit of space, takes a good chunk. And yeah, I'm not using it too much, so to make a little bit of space, I was thinking of getting rid of MSFS. I don't know, is my honest answer. Diving monster, darkness. Ah, mind you. On Volanta, it's definitely just about crossing the day and night line, but not to what extent it's accurate. Plus, we're still like about 20,000 feet, so maybe on the ground it's dark, but at altitude it's not. So let's see if Santa has had a good tour and is resting happily in Rovaniemi. Let's see how the autoland works out actually, because I don't do too many of them here. So let's see how it works out. Hopefully the scenery is okay. Well, not so much the scenery, the ILS. Well, that's part of the scenery, I guess, but sometimes the ILS is not properly coded, or they put the glide slope in the wrong location, and then you land short or whatever, you know, that's no good. The scenery like this, where the glide slope was, I don't remember exactly where it was located, but it was like taking you short of the runway, or just at the beginning of the runway, which is no good. It needs to be located like the glide slope antenna needs to be located like near the touchdown zone. If it's located where the threshold is, so at the beginning of the runway, it's no good, like. So let's see. Yeah. You can see where the problem then is gonna happen. Huh? And yeah, it's not like trying to be pedantic or whatever, or like overly realistic, but if you fly an autoland, the ILS has to be set up properly, because otherwise kind of defeats the purpose. It's gonna be epic, man. Because we're getting into the darkness. You've got those textures, like sunset textures. Oh wow. Oh, nice. Yeah, I still like this simulator. It's not too shabby, you know? It's alright. Oh, that's a flight I need to try to do one of these days. Maybe on the 737. Maybe not so much on the 777. Mind you, could push the boat a little bit, but yeah, go to Madeira Cristiano Ronaldo Airport in Funchal, yeah. That will be good fun. Do the short hop from Lisboa or something. It's a funny airport because it's sitting on the side of the mountain, and it's kind of has like several layers of. It's like as if they had like cut the mountain on several levels. So I think you've got the airport level, you've got a level a little bit underneath, another level, and then you've got the ocean. So they kind of cut several levels on the side of the mountain. Tenerife to Funchal, yeah. Flying the January tourists around. The CJ4. I'll have to look at that one, actually. Getting dark. Have to keep dark by deck. And 6-0. Cannot see the ground really. This is pure IFR stuff, huh? Long time no type. Like that. How are you doing, Drew Berrius? Okay, they incorporated the working title mode into the base game. Good. Gosh, it's quite busy today. You must have missed me. I should only do like one stream a month. At least I will be decently busy on the stream. That's good. Gonna see the airport. Misty.
Flight level 100.
Ow, that's scary. Getting into the darkness like that. There's the sun. Ah! The sun is sitting on the horizon at 10,000 feet. Huh? Yeah, it's gonna be epic. Happy New Year, sir. Happy New Year. Heading to Thailand. Nice. This is a good time of the year to go to Thailand. Dry season. Warm, not too humid. It's good. I hope you have a good time, you enjoy it. Into the soup, huh? Are you connecting in Rovaniemi? Stuck with the connection in Rovaniemi. Alright, let's go down to 2,500 feet now. QNH. There's always a difference when you're on standard and then you set like the QNH. If the QNH is high, then it puts you high over the VNAV path. Use a bit of speed brake. Now we are beam the airport. And now that's... Yeah. We are in the soup. It's a frozen soup, but it's the soup regardless. Yeah, it's the same weather report. Minus 30. Oh, yeah. Oh, la. What are we getting ourselves into there? Gosh. It's getting quite dark all of a sudden. Yeah, no more sun. Okay. For the moment it's still 900 meters. Can probably 550 meters, yeah, or cut one. Let's see how it works out. They're not slowing down. Come on, VNAV. Give me 225. No, it doesn't want to. It's on strike. Bloody blood. 2 miles to run. Could go back. 0.9. That's it. Flaps 1.
Speed check, flaps 1.
So, you call for the flaps and then open the speed window. And we are still in the VNAV path, although now it's getting high. Flaps 5. Flaps 5.
Speed check, flaps 5.
Rovaniemi traffic, Fine 8 Papa November, base leg 2-1. Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters.
Set and checked.
Set. Approach checklist complete.
Flaps 15. Flaps 15.
Speed check, flaps 15. 1,000 feet to level off.
My gosh. Mr. Pro.
$2,500.
Radio altimeter alive.
Do it. Gear down.
Cabin crew, take your seats.
Gear down. Gear down. Gear down. Flaps 20.
Speed check, flaps 20.
Flaps 30.
Speed check, flaps 30.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist. Rollout and flare armed. Land 3. Landing checklist complete.
Land 3, rollout, flare armed. You can see the runway lights a little bit, but it's not very clear. Yeah, a little bit of mulled wine, minus 30 degrees. Good.
(1,000 feet). Approach stable.
1,000.
Check. So dark. Oh.
Approaching 2-1.
Yeah, theoretically we're visual. And that's the freezing fog in the sim. I've actually rarely seen it like this. Yeah, I could try to take it manually. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Might live to regret it, but
400. Plus 100.
Approaching minimums.
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 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brakes up.
oh,
Reversers
amazing.
normal. (60 knots).
Manual. Exit. Bravo. Who needs the scenery? It's all dark. Oh my gosh. Welcome to Rovaniemi. Ahead of schedule.
Engine anti-ice coming on.
Thank you, Natalia. The freezing fog, definitely a good idea for anti-ice. Wow, it's already dark up there. Amazing. they've got the Christmas tree here. Yeah, as well. Nice. And they've got 1, 2, 3. I can see Christmas trees. Post park. Oh, 7 here. Oh yes, here's the line. And the guidance system, yeah. Oh, and you've got the, how do you call that? The Christmas thing is. Oh, is there Santa there? Oh, wow! You saw it. Lights and doors.
Cabin crew disarm doors and cross-check.
Oh yeah, that's a Santa there. Nice. Close to the... Taking us close to the bridge there. Oh, that's nice. Push, push. Oh gosh. Oh, fireworks, that would be amazing. Up. Alright, so parking brake set, APU is running. Try to put some lights. Lighting is beyond. There must be lighting in the airport. That makes the flight deck like this. Cool. I had not seen the Santa before. Check this out. Just under the guidance system. Merry Christmas. After New Year.
I am ready for the checklist.
Take this, that's very nice.